Hey guys, it is Tristan with Nerdette's NewsStand, and I meant to get to this article yesterday, Rich Johnson, but life gets busy sometimes. Even so, DC Comics explains why I hate this website so much. DC Comics explains why it's New Comic Book Tuesday now. We're gonna go through this a little bit, but it is stupid. Like, I'm warning you right now, you may lose a few brain cells. I've talked in the past plenty of times about this dude. Plenty of times. I don't know. He's not stupid, that's the thing. But it is. Like, I don't think he's mentally inept. I just think he pretends to be when it's convenient for him. So, obviously, they're going to talk about the new way to distribute DC Comics, and I've gone over this. It's going to be UCS and Lunar, because Diamond initially shut down, and DC did everything they could to keep their brand afloat, and yet that's a bad thing. Like, I think it's fantastic, actually, that they're doing these digital first. Now, I would like to see this continue. I would like to see not only this continue, but I would like to see, I never understood, and if somebody knows why, explain it to me in the comments below, but why this is the same price for digital as for print, for like, just say, I think the third print of Batman #3 is coming up. Why they were the same price. So, doing them at, 99 cents at this point is really, really smart. Like, it's just bringing them in extra revenue. But, I guess I just never understood why there wasn't a price point difference. So, basically that's all that paragraph is. But, he acts like Tuesday is this big deal. So it says, why retailers, going forward use, more than one distributor. Because they had a monopoly. Are you fucking dumb? Because they had a monopoly, and it almost caused the entire shutdown of the comic book industry. When they control everything, they were able to bend every single company over and shove it up their ass. You are dumb. Are you kidding me? Well, the only reason we can give is that they will get to sell DC comic titles on Tuesday. Now, that's just a fringe benefit, you dumb motherfucker. Like, okay, I apologize, this video is going to be a little nasty, but that's not I think it's cool. Like, I think it's cool you get them on Tuesday. Normally the only thing released on Tuesday is, like, the YA novels and shit, but, I just think it's a fringe benefit, and I think it's actually a benefit in DC's favor, simply because, people are going to go into the comic book store and be like, well, I got my pull for the week, I'm not going to go back for Marvel. That's kind of mean, but at this point, they need to, if they're really into both titles, Marvel and DC, they'll probably just wait till Wednesday to go, let's be real. So, we'll get into the politics of that in a minute. But here's what DC has to say. In question, they posted themselves. Why Tuesday remains DC's new comic book sale? Why Tuesday? This is basically just what DC said. Yes. He acts like it is this big mortal sin that it is a Tuesday. Like, my God, I get it. It's been New Comic Book Day Wednesday for years. I get it. I'm okay with it. I'm not having a conniption fit. I'm not caring. I think it's smart that they're using UCS and Lunar. I think it's smart that they're also using Diamond. I think it's smart that they got out underneath a monopoly. And yet you went to, control or just act dumb? I don't know. Appropriately, we can do a little unpacking here. Bookstores generally have new books on Tuesday. That includes graphic novels. Yes. Sometimes that means a collection or graphic novel will appear in bookstores a day before comics. Oh my God. Or comic book stores, or 6 days afterwards. Stop. You are not funny. You're not even a little bit funny. Now, for DC Comics at least, they will have Bookstore and comic store parody. Yeah, that's not a bad thing. For comic shops that order from Lunar and UCS Diamond is still sticking to Wednesday, and that's their prerogative. It is not up to you. You literally, Rich Johnson, mean as much as me in the industry, and that means nothing. Literally nothing. You are just, you know what? You're very similar to me. You are just an over-opinionated, annoying person. We got that in common, buddy. Except for at least I don't play ignorant and mean girls and act like a fucking child all the time. Okay, well, that's debatable, but even so. Now for DC Comics, at least they will have book. I just read that whole sentence. If they put everything out on Tuesday, it would increase distribution costs. Getting the books through a day earlier, especially for international customers. The UK will not get Lunar or USC distribution. So again, the UK will be out of step with the US. A day, and that's temporary. Like, he's gonna play stupid. It's cool. A situation that former DC VP Bob Wayne fought to eliminate. I think that's what it comes down to is Steve Jeppy. I think a lot of these people have loyalties to him. And I get it. I do. He's a nice guy. But you can't have a monopoly. We've seen what happens when you have a monopoly. And we've seen how much DC has done to overcome that monopoly. So they've done just basically everything at this point, trying to keep, like I said, their brand alive, and it's kind of worked. Look at the layups from DC compared to Marvel. I think and I don't have the numbers right in front of me, obviously, but I think Marvel ended up laying off something like 35% of their staff, whereas DC laid off like 3 people. I don't even know if it was anybody. I thought I seen somewhere they said 7 people, but I could be wrong. Steve Jeppy talked about not wanting to go back to the distribution battles and saw stories using air freight to get a day advantage over others and spending a lot of money that didn't go back into comics. We will see that. Will we see that kind of fight again? No, not if you're not man babies. Like, oh, okay. Also, how that will DC Comics look like with Diamond going forward? No longer exclusive to Diamond, thank God. So no longer a premier publisher. Oh well. No longer at the front of previews. Again, oh well. And no more gems or spotlights. Do I need to say it? Oh fucking well, it's DC Comics. It's gonna do just fine, boo. Will it have been worth it, DC, to gain that added day? Actually, probably, yeah. Like, you are so rude. You are, I don't know the best word for it. You are, like, talking down to DC like you have a right, Rich Johnson, to talk down to a publisher. Like, you're like, will it be worth it? Like, I feel like you're talking to a 4-year-old, like, oh, did you know you shouldn't have done that? Did you know you shouldn't put your finger up your nose? Like, come on. DC Comics has also stated that all of the titles are the printing that it, okay, you need an editor. It has been indicated they are on solicitation. Through those Bleeding Cool has noted, the giant books have been the Walmart mass market editions rather than the direct market editions that retailers are expecting. Oh my god. That is a mortal fucking sin. It really? Like, besides the Walmart and the direct market editions aren't that big of a difference. Yeah, okay. You can catch up with the rest of our coverage. Yeah. You make no sense, dude. Like, you are so dumb. Like, I don't even know how you can go through here and act like your position on any of this matters. That's the thing. I can sit here and defend your right to be dumb, but it doesn't mean DC's gonna listen to either one of us. Now, did they do something smart? Yeah. I don't care if it's Comic Book Tuesday. I really don't. I mean, it doesn't affect me as much as it affects some people that goes to stores on a weekly basis. That needs to be said, because I buy everything digitally, and I, for the most part, unless it's a #1 from Marvel, I don't buy it. Or if it's roastable, yeah, I'll do that for a review. I definitely have no problem doing that. But, that doesn't affect me. So I get it. You probably, if you're buying from your store, you're probably going to wait to go Wednesday if you buy titles from both. Good for you. But the whole thing comes down to DC took the initiative that Marvel didn't. DC took the jump that Marvel couldn't. Like, they have finally, said stuff in the media on what they're going to be doing going forward, and it's not promising, at least in my eyes, I don't know the ins and outs of Marvel like I do DC, so being fair, I need to say that. But, I don't know, like, this whole article is a passive aggressive mess, and the fact that I hate this website, it's full of ads, but they're going to be using 3 different distributors. They're not going to have an exclusive contract anymore. It's going to help in the future, and yet Rich Johnson feels like he has a right to say it's a bad thing. You are dumb. Like, I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with you. I don't know why you think that, this is normal to treat a company this way, or treat, people are going to read this. Here's the thing. I could tell just by reading his articles over and over again that, how his demeanor was. But people are going to read this and be like, this guy represents this company bleeding cool. He's a dick. So it looks bad for the whole company. I guess so. Whatever, boo. As long as you get that virtue signal to all of those other people, right? All of those other people that ruined the comic book industry. Fucking morons. Anyways, I just had to talk about this. I will have another video up later today, but yeah, Rich Johnson, you are a fucking fool. It is that simple. That is my whole video in a nutshell. I'm losing my voice, so I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye. Hey guys, I want to give a huge shout out to my Patreon and subscribe stars. You guys literally make this channel possible. Huge thank you to Cage the Mick, Robert Mick Twiz, Black Knight Fool, Brucey, Chris Z, David L, David Rafford, Jeffrey Allen Carnes, Mighty Balls, Mike Buckner, Maizen Barbosa, Ruskar, Ryan Decker, and Doc Holliday. You guys are absolutely amazing, and thank you so much for all your support. Don't forget on the way out to like as always if you enjoy the content, and hit subscribe. And I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.